Hello and welcome to all my new subscribers back again with another video about am I the hole? Am I the hole for asking no smoking at my child's outdoor birthday party? No ma'am. No you're not. You're not. Anytime that you say folks gonna be smoking at a children's birthday party, ma'am, have you ever heard of secondhand smoke? It kills. And a lot of time the people that's been smoking that long, baby, they not stopping. They not stopping for nobody. They don't care about nobody neighborhood. You feel me? So I just honestly don't think that they even should even have to be invited. It's a child's birthday party. I think sometimes they do too many elaborate things already for the child at that age. Even though I don't know the age. What I mean that age, I'm talking about from like 0 to like 5. I think that should be intimate between you and your family because at the end of the day, the child is not going to remember it. It's basically you bringing food for your family and your friends. But when you go elaborate and all out, that child ain't going to be able to remember that. And you don't wasting your money on people you don't like anyway. Let's just be real. Having the people y'all invite, y'all don't like them anyway. Let's just be real. But let's just get into what she's talking about today. We are hosting our son's 3rd birthday in our backyard. See? My case closed. She was doing something small, intimate. The baby just 3. Just not starting to make little sentences here and there. You want to stunt the baby growth with all that smoking? Chain smoker. Puff, puff, passing. So, I have in-laws that smoke regular. So you know this. You knew this getting into this man family that what these in-laws gonna do later. We are never indoors with them when they smoke. But it's every family gathering outdoors. That means they smoking all the time. And they not letting nobody come in between them and their cigarettes. I don't know if it's just cigarettes or cigarette, whatever. It's just cigarettes. It's just smoke. And it shouldn't be in no child's lungs that's 3 years old. And neither yours, ma'am. Secondhand smoke is just as dangerous. But let's continue. It makes me sick to be around. I try and keep my kids away. I'm sick of it, quite frankly. Okay, she done got to the point where she fed up. So it seems like what is not written is understood that she done told her husband this. Baby, you know your family. They smoke a lot. And I'm about tired of it because every time I go out there, it's in my hair. Because I know if you got locks or extensions or weave or something, when you're around people smoking cigarettes or cigarette weed, that smell gets in your hair. And she say kids. That means plural with the S. She tired of them, sir. And you need to be a man and put your foot down because you're also getting the secondhand smoke unless your husband out there smoking with them. Then that's a problem too, lady. I don't know what to tell you. It said this time it's at our house. So she was saying she had no control over the last time because it was at their houses or her in-laws' houses, so she ain't had too much to say. So I feel we have the right to ask no smoking, which you do. Because people that smoke outside, baby, they smoke inside in your bathroom while they're using the restroom, they're going to be up in there smoking. Okay. But my in-laws get super offended and say, we are outside. What's the big deal? The big deal is, the reason why they said it, lady, you should have put your foot down for when you went over to their first gathering they had, because other kids probably had birthdays, and told your husband, baby, because they smoking, that secondhand smoking not good for me and my kids. So whenever you going over there, you can go, but me and the kids gonna stay here. And then they'll put it out all ready for them to understand that's not what I'm doing. I'm not going over there with no secondhand smoke with all that smoking cigarettes, cigarette, whatever that y'all doing. Okay. So really, they told her, you can't hold off for a few hours for a birthday party, what she told her, or go to your car or something. What am I missing? Lady, you missing that these people been doing this. They not gonna change. and they feel offended because you now asking them to do something that nobody else had the balls to even ask them to stop doing. You feel me? Including their own son, because it seemed like you the only one saying something about the smoke. Because he like, oh, let the kids' lungs, fill up with smoke, like they could build up a tolerance or something. Because I hadn't heard you say nowhere. He said, nah, she said she got to edit. Given the quick response of this scenario, I am now curious about an opposite scenario we find ourselves in multiple times per year, like outdoor gatherings at my in-laws' home where they smoke around us. Am I the a-hole for asking them not to smoke outdoors at their own home when we are present with our kids? Lady, these people grown, they been smoking, they probably got packs of Newport, whatever, smoking. They're not going to stop from smoking. So your best bet is when they have these outdoor gathering with the in-laws for you to stop going. That's the only thing that's going to be a clear indication that you can't put up with the smoke no more. Because they like, number one, you come to all of the gatherings, you ain't never said nothing. Number two, you come to everybody else's birthday and we smoking, you ain't never say nothing. Now all of a sudden you try to say at your son's third birthday party that you and the children tired of smoking and they son hadn't said nothing yet. So it's either something else you missing out. I need you to do another edit to say whether or not the son smokes too. Because I feel 9 times out of 10, or let me just say 8 out of 10. 80% chance your husband be out there smoking too. And you ain't had nothing to say about it. But since you know them people gonna be smoking, because at these outside gatherings, these people not just outside smoking. When it come nighttime and the mosquitoes coming out, they not gonna just stay outside for you and your kid because of smoking. No, they gonna bring that trained smoke inside of your house. It gonna get inside of the fabric of everything inside of bed. And I'm sure you'd have been with them outside gatherings with them and smelled smoke in the sheets. Smoking this, that, and the third. Smoke, smoke, smoke. They trying to smoke you up out of their family. That's what it sounds like. So let me know in the comments what in the schnitzel is going on here and how y'all feel about if she a-hole for accident not to smoke at her child's outdoor birthday party, because the baby is 3. Let's think about the child. What about the children? Okay, but I don't think they care about the children, because it seems like, baby, they've been smoking around anybody cheering. Let us know in the comments. Hello, back to you with another video. Am I the a-hole for living with my dad because he can afford a much better life for me than my mom? Just by reading that sentence, my heart goes out to this individual, because that's a hard spot to be in as a child. And I don't think that a child should have to make a decision like that. Baby, I think you should choose a better life for yourself. Yeah. So let's read. My mom, and she's a 15-year-old female, always told me that my dad left as soon as he found out that my mom was pregnant. Now, why is she telling you that? That spirit of rejection is on this child from the get-go. Why would the mama tell her daughter that her daddy left as soon as he found out that she was pregnant with her? That's rejection, lady. Trauma. My God. When I was 2, my mom married a man who has 3 kids. They currently are 21, 19, and 17. 21-year-old male, 19-year-old male, and 17-year-old female. My stepdad was the only father figure I ever knew, and I was younger, and I wanted him to be my dad, which is right, because she went with this man ever since she was like 2 years old. So that's the only daddy, like baby, you would know. And then your mama adding trauma onto that to tell you and keep reminding you all your little life, oh, your daddy left because of you when he found out I was pregnant with you. Then you have a stepdaddy. He have 3 other kids. You seeing him treat the 3 other kids good. And you the baby, like dad. And he telling you, oh no, I don't like you like that. Baby, you receiving rejection after rejection. My stepdad was the only father figure I ever knew. And when I was young, I wanted him to be my dad. Rightfully so. But he never accepted me. I also have 4 half siblings. There are 12 female, 9 female, 9 male, and 7 male. My stepsister is definitely the favorite out of us older kids. It often seems like my stepdad only cares about her and the younger ones. My mom and stepdad don't have a lot of money, so it's pretty cramped. Baby, of course, cramped with 4 kids, and we living in 2023. Baby, cramped ain't the word. I have to share a room with my half sisters. That is 12 and a 9-year-old, and she's 15. I always have to wear my stepsister's hand-me-downs, and we live in a, she said, SHI, because we don't curse on this channel, neighborhood, so I go to a bad school, basically. And sometimes we don't even have enough food. Oh my God. Baby, run to your daddy. If your daddy saying you can come stay with him, run. Don't walk, run. Run, honey. Because it don't seem like you're getting treated good over there where your mama at anyway with them stepchildren. They might as well start calling you Cinderella. About a year ago, a woman contacted me on Instagram and told me that she thinks I might be her husband's daughter because he was dating my mom a few months before I was born. She told me that my mom ghosted my dad, and I knew it. She been lying, making this girl. Let me read this whole sentence so you can see what I'm saying while I'm seeing it. She told me that my mom ghosted my dad shortly after she got pregnant and moved to a different state. Oh, I felt that in my shana. I felt that down in my spirit for her to be telling this girl all this time that the moment that she got pregnant, that her daddy didn't want her. No, this girl, her mama, her mama out there bad. Her mama is out there bad. Her mama probably was messing around with this other guy and all that, this, that, and the third, and thought the baby gonna be out. Well, no, she knew the baby wasn't that for that other man, and that's why that must be your mama main piece that she was with, and she wound up doing side piece with your daddy and got pregnant, and then that other man was like, I don't want nothing to do with this baby. This ain't my baby. And your daddy being the standard person that he is, your mama didn't want to give you over to the daddy. Basically trying to make your life miserable. But let's keep reading. She told me that my mom ghosted my dad shortly after she got pregnant and moved to a different state. He tried to find her, but he couldn't. Look at that. The daddy reaching out, doing all this. So that rejection that mama was putting on to that baby, the daddy had been looking at him. Look at God. I don't believe her at first, but after she sent me a picture of my mom and her husband, I decided to ask my mom. She confessed and told me that she left my dad because she didn't want to be committed to a relationship anymore. Lady, you didn't want to commit to a relationship with just a man and you and a child, but you're going to commit to a relationship with a man that have 3 children? Then you turn around and have 4 more children with him? What in the schnitzel is going on here? I continued talking to my dad and stepmom, and they decided to come and visit me. Oh, they got good hearts. After I told him what it's like at home, and he told me that he would fight for custody and the court would probably listen to me if I said I wanted to live with him. I wasn't sure at the time because I didn't want to just abandon my mother. I told him I would think about it and let him know. Baby, I know you 15. And that's hard to do. That's hard to make a decision, like I said when I first read that question. That's hard as a 15-year-old because you still want some type of love from your mama and some type of love from that stepdaddy. But baby, it sounds like they ain't trying to give you no love from the get-go. Your mama from the womb wasn't trying to give you no love by telling you ever since you 2 that lie, your daddy didn't want you when she found her pregnant. Then the stepdaddy, since when you 2 years old, he ain't want to have nothing to do with you, but he treat the other little girls like princesses. Baby, run for the border, okay? After thinking about it, I decided that I'd rather live with him. My stepmom always wanted kids, but she's infertile. And she already loves me a lot, even though we've only met a few times. They also have a lot more money than my mom, so I could have my own room and new clothes. Baby, just off of that part alone, you ain't got to wear no hand-me-downs. And I could go to a much better school. Baby, get up out of there. Get up out of there. Get up out of there quick. Get up out of there. I know my reasons are really selfish. Baby, what's selfish about that? But I would have a much better life with him. What's selfish about that? You done already told us, number one, your mama done told you from the get-go that your daddy didn't want you, which was a lie. That proved that was a lie. Number two, you told us the stepdaddy really don't want to have nothing to do with you. You 15. You done had years of him not want to do with you. Nothing to do with you. Now you done met the stepmama and your real daddy, and they love you. And this lady's infertile. You 15. You really just got 3 more years, baby, before you go off to college and do whatever you want to. But it seems like this lady will shower you with blessings because she want to have kids. After I told him, he went to court and got primary custody of me, and he should. My mom been giving me the silent treatment ever since, but yesterday when I was packing, she yelled at me and called me selfish for abandoning her and my little siblings as soon as my dad showed up and said that if my dad loved me so much, he should have tried to find me early. He did. He showed you pictures of him looking for you and everything. What that mama was using you as for them younger siblings, she no longer got a babysitter. Let the truth be told, baby, that part. She no longer got a babysitter. And now she got to pay for somebody. They want to give you hand-me-downs, but the dad is not giving you money and everything this, that, and the third. So she mad. I think she's the selfish one, and she is. She kept me away from my daddy for 14 years of your life, and she did. Honestly, I think she's just mad because she won't have anyone to watch it. Baby, I said that before I even read the question. Come on now. To watch her kids anymore. And because my dad's been paying her $1,000 every month. Oh my God. Your daddy been paying $1,000 in child support every month. And this lady got you on hand-me-downs. She gonna miss that spending money. That's why she was quiet. Baby, 1,000 times 12 is $12,000. 12,000 times 10 years is $120,000. This lady done got off of your daddy just 10 years plus 5 more years, which is half of that. And they had you in hand-me-downs, mistreating you. Girl, I'd have had you up on a pedestal. You hear me? You'd have been living on a flower bed of ease, like my daddy would say. You'd have had the latest stuff that's out. I wouldn't even want you to even feel like you had to do nothing. I would still be giving you a bath at 15 for $1,000 a month. Girl, these people crazy. You know what? They don't miss the well till the water run dry. That's what that is. Everyone expect my younger half-brother and stepbrother is acting like I don't exist. My dad is going to pick me up on Sunday, and honestly, I can't wait. Baby, me either. Good riddance to that lady. Good riddance. Edit. Some people are confused about the child support situation. My dad's been paying for the last year, not my whole life. Oh, okay. Tell me something. Even if he paid a year, he's paid $12,000. Enough for you not to be wearing no hand-me-downs. Enough for you to have a better quality of living, baby. She wrong for that. She kept him away from you all them years. Now I pray a blessing over you and your daddy and your new stepmom. I wish you the best at school. May you excel, go off to college. May your daddy be able to do whatever he could not do. Because it sounds like your daddy well off to be paying her $1,000. They wrong for that. Baby, what in the snitzer is going on here? Y'all leave below in the comments whether or not y'all agree with my commentation or whatever. But I honestly think this baby needs to go on and see what the end's gonna be. Back again with another video. Am I an a-hole for asking my fiance not to wear his facial piercings during our wedding? Now hold on later. Problem number one. You met this man. Before I even read anything, you met this man with facial piercings. You fell in love with this man with these facial piercings. Now on the day when you about to have all of your friends, your family, and all of that and stuff, you want him to remove his facial piercings? Baby, a moment of silence. Because at the end of the day, if he's an alpha male, baby, them piercings going to be on his face. You feel what I'm saying? Unless you got a beta male. But let's get into it on what he does. I, 22-year-old female, plan to get married to my fiance, who is 20 next month. However, there's been a lot of arguments and tension lately because I requested him to remove his facial piercings for our wedding. Now, I'm sure y'all done took pictures doing other things on the beach, selfies, for the gram, all kind of things. And now on the wedding day, you asking him to remove his facial piercings? The reason is because I saw him in his groom suit and his piercings simply just don't go along with it. And I want him to look as good as possible for our wedding and the other photos. Lady, you making an excuse. Because I'm sure he's wore other things and that thought came to your mind on that don't look right, but you went with it because you love this man. So love him enough and leave him alone and let it come out on the photos. Because the first thing y'all gonna do is look back on it. Oh, if you're showing your children, Daddy, when you get them piercings, because on your wedding photo you didn't have them piercings. However, my fiance got mad at me for requesting him to remove a part of his identity. Right. I would have too. But I think he's greatly overreacting because I'm not asking him to remove his piercings permanently just for the wedding day. Because, as I said, his piercings simply don't complement his suit. Well, lady, get him a suit that complement his piercings. I ain't never heard of this. That somebody's clothes don't complement what they look like. However, he keeps insisting that I'm being unreasonable and overbearing, and his piercing shouldn't represent a bad deal. But if that case, then I can't see why he can't just remove them for our wedding without making a fuss out about it. Am I the L? Lady, I'm going to let these people in these comments tear you up. Because at the end of the day, if you love this man, you want to spend the rest of your life with this man, it doesn't matter if the piercing's in or out on the wedding day or after the wedding day. You don't know how that going to affect him. Like if the piercings, is that hard to remove them? Do you have the piercing here? Do you have the piercing on his eyelid? Do you have the piercing in his nose, his lips, all of that? That's a lot to have to remove and then to put back in, ma'am. Because I know people that have piercing. Nobody want to be in the mirror doing all of that. Let her know in the comments, baby, whether or not she is or not. Toodles. Hello, y'all. Back again with another video on am I the a-hole for not attending my boyfriend's graduation dinner and how I reacted when his grandmother asked my GPA, which is grade point average. Now, hold on, ma'am. One thing and two things for sure. You always supposed to respect your elders. I don't even care if your GPA was a 0.25 and you had to tell this lady, ma'am, my GPA is a 0.25. I don't think anything you should have said to this boy grandmother. Because the grandmother made the mother and the mother made this man that you with your boyfriend. So you out of pocket already with me before I even read your story. So let's get into it. Am I a hole for not attending my boyfriend's graduation dinner, and how I reacted when his grandmother asked me about my GPA? Okay. My boyfriend, and she's a 20-year-old female. My boyfriend, and he's 20 as well, of 1.5 years, so it seems like they met in college. Graduate college in May with a 4.0 GPA. Oh, congratulations to him. Okay. With an objectively easier degree, in his words. I am an engineering major who graduates next May, which is 2024. So it seems like he's graduated May 2023. I attended graduation with his parents and grandmother. I had met his parents several times before, and grandmother for the first time the night before. Okay, so you had some interaction with these people. Okay. Before the ceremony started, there was some time for us to talk. And when the conversation turned towards academia, grandma asked me what was my boyfriend's GPA, and I answered 4.0. Then grandma asked, what is your GPA? I was taken aback and answered mine, a 3.538. Okay, late girl, that's good still. That mean you like AB honor roll. Of course he like straight A's, but that's still good. There was another very awkward pause. His mom, same major as me, then swooped in and said, that's good. I graduated with a 3.3 or something. Okay. Well, mama got your back, so I'm trying to see why you going to say you reacted to grandma. Okay, let's see. What grandma did not know is that my crazy parents equipped my worth as a person with my high school GPA. I was yelled at if I brought a grade home less than an A. And they once asked me to get my A minus grades up to an A. Baby, an A is an A. 4 points is 4 points. Okay. I would just took that as a grain of salt. I took dual enrollment classes at the same institution that one parent of mine is a professor at, and that parent emailed their colleagues to check up on me. Because I was a minor, 16, 17, at that time, parents were legally allowed to access my grades, and they did. That's how my mom was. An AP English teacher gave me a B as my semester grade in junior year, and my parents took my report card, yelled at me, and immediately went to the principal's office. Baby, it seems like your parents just doing too much. 'Cause to me, a B is good too. But let's continue. They pulled out my old essays when talking to the principal as to why I deserved an A and tried to get the teacher fired. But the principal gave me an A since I passed the AP exam. Oh, okay then. So it seems like your parents normally get their way with whatever they want. Everyone was happy, and so we moved on with life. And they have since lessened up a bit, but don't want to see any C's. Okay. So it seems like you have trauma or something just dealing with your parents. So let's see how you're going to transfer that over to this boy grandmother. After that, I was fighting back tears throughout the whole graduation. I felt physically sick and considered leaving halfway through and going back to my apartment. Now, hold on. The grandma ain't saying nothing to you. The mother, all she did was ask you, baby, what's your GPA? That's all she did. Now you done went to a whole trauma. I guess it triggered you, lady. You might have to go to counseling or something. But let's continue. I felt physically sick and considered leaving halfway through and going back to my apartment. I ended up sobbing in my car on the way home and telling him what grandma said. He is aware on my parents' stance on grades and how it affects me. Your grandma just asked you what was your GPA, and even his mama chimed in and said, "Baby, we had the same situation. I had a 3.3, so I'm trying to see how you dumping this on them. I'm sorry. It's hard for me to even follow this." That night, I skipped his graduation dinner because I was crying and still shaking. Okay, okay. Long as you told him that you're not going. I didn't want to see grandma again. His mama was furious and said she never wanted to see me again until the boyfriend explained the situation. His dad became symptomatic, and mom swept it under the rug and pretended she never said what she said. I'm sure if anyone ever told grandma about what she said, I'd have been seen, but I haven't seen any of them since then. I don't see what you told them, lady. This boy on his graduation dinner supposed to have his girlfriend beside him. You took his grandmother asking you what the GPA was. You said 3.58 down to the 1,000th of the decimal. And the mama chimed in and said she had a 3.33. And you took that as her saying your grades wasn't good enough when she just asked you what was your GPA. I'm with them on this. I didn't see why you had to miss his whole graduation dinner. His mama was furious and said she never wanted to see me again. Then your boyfriend explained to his mama, like, "Mama, okay, now chill out. You know, that's my old lady." You feel what I'm saying? That's what we probably telling his mama. And you know, boys have a way of talking to their mama to calm them down. And the dad was like, "Okay, son, I see where you're coming from." But the mom was like, "Miss me with the bull." You feel what I'm saying? Because she like, at the end of the day, you my son, and this supposed to be my future daughter-in-law, and this how she acting? After my mama asked her what the GPA was. Bet. The mama was like, "Say less." However, this is still a frequent topic of discussion between me and my boyfriend. He thinks I'm the one who damaged the relationship between me and his parents, and that I'm at fault and need a little bit more control over my emotions because the GPA question is a common one to ask students. Right. He also knows that I have my first therapy appointment. Oh, I'm glad you're getting therapy, baby. I'm so happy for you that you're getting therapy. In August, when I get back to our college town, and we're both looking forward to it. I don't feel like I'm at fault since I have been deprived of the emotional regulation skills a therapist could provide, and can't help that my parents were jerks, but I can also see his point. Oh, I like you. That showed maturity at the end. You saved yourself, lady, because I was about to give you an earful. You feel what I'm saying? But since you said you can see his point, baby, that's growth. Just because your parents was like that, and that's a common answer that you ask. Honey, when I fill out applications, they ask what your GPA is. Them people not trying to bring up no trauma. They just want to know who they hiring. Somebody that's cum laude, summa cum laude, or help me laude. Help me Lord laude. You feel what I'm saying? 3.58 is good. That lady ain't asked you, oh, she ain't compare you, oh, you not like my grandson, you don't have a 4.0. All she asked you what your GPA was. But since you came at the end and say I can see his point, I'm glad you can see his point. Because that really probably did ruin it, because they're looking like, and she supposed to be graduating May 2024. The mama, I'm going to let you know this later. The mama probably already told him find somebody else. I'm just letting you know that from a mother standpoint, I know she done told her son to find somebody else. But anyway, what in the schnitzel is going on here? Let me know how y'all feel in the comments, baby. I'm praying for you, baby. I pray that counseling works for you, and that you get a hold of the trauma that your parents inflicted on you for your grades. But I think that you're doing well with a 3.58 GPA. For suggesting my sister and fiance get a DNA test before they get married. Now hold on, sir. This is too much. Sir, you gonna wait till these people By the tie the knot, they done already got their nuptials together, and you gonna say a DNA test? You want them to get Dana involved? Come on, bruh. Dana. Dana gotta be involved before they get married. You ain't think to say this way beforehand. Oh my God. This man tearing up the church already. Let's read this. My sister, 26-year-old female, is engaged to her fiance, who is a 30-year-old male, and they're getting married later this year. My God from heaven. They both have the same last name. Okay, that's cute. Homegirl ain't got to change her name. I can't wait till my last name get changed, because I think that is just nice to carry your man name, you feel me? But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Okay, let's just stay focused. She was excited about this idea because then she won't have to change her last name when they get married because it's the same. Okay, what's the excitement? Okay. Anyway, I have been a little bit concerned because my family comes from a small rural county in our state, and his family comes from the next county over. Oh my God. I see why, sir, now you crossing up the church. Because I know I've stayed in a rural community before where everybody know everybody and everybody can, and you got to be careful that you're not crossing up the blood. You feel what I'm saying? As your children come out. Okay, that's neither here nor there, because there are people that do that and don't be caring. You feel me? Our state also has a history of polygamy and large families. Oh, Lord, I see why. Now, at first, I was on you, but if you suggesting your sister and fiance get a DNA test, you talking about DNA test to make sure they're not kin. I thought you was coming with them with the two-piece combo on whether a child or something is his or not. That's what I thought you was doing, but I feel what you're saying right now. I see. I stand to be corrected. I stand to be corrected because I see what you're doing, because of what y'all doing in your rural community. That's what you're saying. At our most recent family get together, I suggested, not for the first time, that they get a DNA test to make sure they aren't related. Okay, I feel what you're doing. You trying to look out for their safety and making sure that don't, okay, I'm with you on that. So you had to get Dana involved. At first, no one said anything, and everyone just sat in awkward silence. Baby, let me tell you this. If nobody's saying nothing, and folks sitting in awkward silence, baby, somebody already know that they can. You just not finding out that they can, and you probably the only one that concerned about if they can, because them people don't care if they can. But let me continue reading your story. Then my daddy chimed in and said, we can just wait until the babies come out. My God. Baby, I'm through with the story. I don't have to read nothing else. If your daddy gonna say wait till the babies come out, he already know they can. And see if they are cross-eyed or not. My God from heaven. Baby, let me let you in on a secret with your family. Your family used to doing this. And sound like from how your daddy thinking, you better be glad your eyes not crossed. Because your daddy and your mama could be here, and they not letting you know, since you trying to be doing the ethical thing of trying to figure out if they related or not. Because it seems like everybody around you, baby, already know that. Because if your daddy, the first sentence that come out of his throat is, we can wait until the babies come out, baby, they already know they can. Let me finish reading this story. He said, I laughed at his joke. Baby, your daddy wasn't joking. Your daddy was serious. Serious as 4 flats on a lack that ain't going nowhere. That's how serious he was. And my sister said that our last name is one of the most common last names in the state. Baby, your sister know. Your sister, your daddy, And everybody that was at that family get together, they know they can. I said they still should check to be sure. At this point, she told me to shut the. Sir, at this point, she like, you pushing the envelope too much. Like it was cute when you first said it all out loud and everybody gave you the awkward silence. She was like, they were like, then please read between the lines. Then when your daddy said, let the babies come out, and if they come out cross-eyed or not, that was your second warning. Your third and final warning was your sister telling you to shut the up. Sir, your story has brought me so much joy. Not on the fact that it's possibility that she's marrying somebody that's kin to her, but on how, baby, you can't read the room. I'm gonna need you to take classes or something in order to baby to read the room. And it says, at this point, she told me to shut up, basically, and the conversation was over because nobody wants to deal with her. The wedding is less than 3 months. Baby, these people ain't gonna turn around. They just put money on catering, money on the cake, money on her dress, money on the hotel if they're going somewhere, money on their honeymoon, money on getting the preacher in order to do all of that signing and nuptial and all of that. Just please, honey, don't stand up when they say anybody object and you raise your hand and say I object because I think they need to take a DNA test. Leave Dana out of this. Leave the DNA out of this, sir. Because everybody around there already know that they can. They know. And you said the wedding is in less than 3 months. Leave them people alone. Leave your sister alone. And she wants a baby yesterday. So like the daddy said, if the baby eyes come out crossed or whatever like that, we'll know that they can. He said, am I the a-hole for suggesting a DNA test? No, sir, you're not. You're not. You want to make sure that everything goes well with them and that your niece or nephew comes out right. But I don't honestly think, sir, that they care at this point. Or do you agree that it should be a concern? He's trying to ask us. I want to be more clear, he edited. I have brought this up more than one time when they start dating over a year ago. We know that you're trying to do the right thing, sir. But your sister don't seem like she's trying to do the right thing. So at this time, if the baby eyes come out crossed, like your daddy said, you can just lift your hands to the Lord and be like, Lord, I told him. I told him to get the Dana test. I told him to do the DNA. It's off of my hands that my niece or my nephew got cross-eyed or whatever else, like your daddy said, sir. What in the snitzel going on here, y'all? Let me know in the comments how you feel. All right, y'all. Back to y'all with another video. He said, am I the a-hole for letting my daughter have a second phone without tracking? Now, hold on. This sound... I don't know what to say. I don't want to say nothing. But that title is just giving clutch pearls already. Why? Okay. How old is this baby? Whenever children are involved, I automatically clutch my pearls. So let me read this and read this slow. You feel me? I am the father of a 17-year-old girl, Anna, okay? Her mother and I got divorced because she started being very obsessive about knowing details of everything, okay? Did the daughter being obsessive over the details or is the mother? Okay, so, but we all know, he said, let me continue. Where I was going, who I was with, when I was expected to be back. I had to check in every 10 minutes or she would freak out and call the cops. Okay, sir. What kind of situation y'all in where this baby feel like something is gonna happen to you? That she gotta make you check in. You saying that this is the daughter doing this. I've never heard of this. Like she feel like you in danger of losing your life. What are y'all doing? What trauma, what situation y'all to put her in? Let's see. Let's see. It got to be too much and we divorce. Sir, you done missed me. I don't understand this story. Let me keep reading. Anna was very young when this happened, and because of some prior criminal charges, okay, now we getting into it, okay, because of some prior criminal charges, I got full custody. I did, however, allow my ex to have Anna one weekend a month. Okay, so it seems like Anna's mama is doing something fishy because you got custody of y'all baby girl Anna. You got full custody, and she only went one weekend out of month. So out of 30 to 31 days, and if it's leap year, 29 or whatever like that, she just got a Saturday or Sunday. What kind of criminal is? That's why this girl is calling, checking. So don't start that story off like we thinking that this girl got some, you know, mental issues. It seemed like y'all put her in this situation because of this criminal charges. Anna's first phone broke about a year back, and my ex, which would be her mama, offered to buy her a new one. I was more than okay with this because it's a free phone. What's the downside? Well, sir, I think the downside will be if my ex-wife got criminal charges, I would let her give me the money and I go purchase the phone, but I wouldn't let her just buy her phone because I don't know what her mama is telling her or doing. Or what she done put on the phone, or she tracking her daughter. I don't know, sir. Y'all, it's so much missing. Well, the downside is that my ex is doing the same thing to Anna now. What is she doing? Oh my God. If the tracking software shows she's anywhere but my house, work, or school before it let off for summer, she would panic. Oh, so it's your wife calling with all this? Okay. Anna told me about this and how annoying it gets. So the mama is using her phone to track her daughter. And so if she's not at the house or at work or at school, she panics. Okay. I talked to my ex and she said she would stop, but Anna said that never happened. So I got a new phone for her without the tracking software. She leaves her mom's phone at my house and will occasionally call or text her mama from it. But if she's going out with friends, she won't bring it. That was fine for about 2 weeks until they ran into each other at Target and my ex figured out what was going on. I think y'all told her. I think the mama told, the daughter told her, because she probably was calling her then and when she got at the store and the girl probably ain't answered. She blew up at me, but I told her this is the reason we got a divorce. I don't want her to drive her own child away too. Sir, your letter is confusing. Because at first, as part of the story, I thought the daughter was calling you like that, this, that, and the third on where you're going and stuff like that. Making sure you don't come up missing in the Chattahoochee River. But you now saying your wife was doing all of the calling. Why is she calling you like that every 10 minutes? And now she doing it to the daughter. Is she in some criminal activities where the people threatening y'all and y'all don't know it? Like the criminal people saying to her, oh, I'll get your husband. Oh, I'll get your daughter. And that's why she needs to know where y'all at. This lady is in some type of thing y'all not supposed to be mentioning. She is claiming it's negligent and it's dangerous if she doesn't know Anna's safe. Oh. Because she could be dead. My God from heaven. This lady is letting you know that y'all being watched. The watchers of the watchers are being watched. Which seems like a bit of an overreaction in my eye. I get safety, but she gets obsessive very quickly. No, this lady letting you know what she involved in, sir, is high level type stuff. You feel me? where the CIA and the federal agents is involved, and you just playing it like, girl, I ain't worried about you. Me and Anna gonna be fine. But she trying to tell you subliminally without telling you that you in trouble, my nigga. You hear me? Whoo! What in the snitzel going on here? Let me know in the comments how y'all feel about this, because this man's life is in danger and he don't even know it. And his child. Lord have mercy. Back to you with another video of Am I the A-hole? Am I the A-hole for not letting my nephew have another serving of food? Before I even start, yes you are. Because these children have a high metabolism. Let them children eat. I invite my nephews and nieces over here. Baby, they'll eat you out of house and home. But anything, their metabolism is so high. And even if they big boned, they gonna burn it off. My nephew play football. They need to eat. Lady, okay, let's see. I, a 27-year-old male, have 3 of my nephews over for the weekend. So this is not a lady, this is a man. Let me, sir. Sir, you had them over for a weekend, and you gonna tell them they can't have another serving of food, and they just there for a weekend, Saturday and Sunday, sir. You already acting crazy. Okay, let's see. They're cool kids, and I love having them over. Okay. However, one of them, quote unquote, the name is Eric. 14, he's a male, has a gigantic appetite. What, is bigger than yours? At that age, they do eat a lot, sir. Please. Like literally, every time I see these kids, he's wolfing down food. He wolfing down food because he's hungry. Let's get that right. You wouldn't think it because he's super linky. Like I said, sir, he has a high metabolism. High metabolism, it is gonna burn it off. I kind of think you low-key jealous because he's able to burn his off at 14 and you probably 27 and can't burn yours off and you just mad. But let's continue. But I guess he's at the age where it's normal and I've been there. Oh, okay, but you've been there and you could sympathize with him. But what you started off with, you didn't want to give him another serving of food, but you could sympathize with him. Okay. At dinner last night, we had a nice meatloaf and some mac and cheese. Sir, that already ain't enough for me. That ain't enough for me. And I'm grown. That ain't enough for me. Meatloaf, you probably gave him one little slab, a pinch, and a scoop of mac and cheese. My nephew can eat a whole pan of mac and cheese if you let him. Because them children love that cheese. I don't know why, but they love that cheese. I ain't hear you say you had no veggies. I ain't hear you had no mashed potatoes with the meatloaf, with the gravy. I ain't hear you put no green beans on it. Hold on, I'm getting a little bit hungry. I need to calm down. And that's all you gave him. I ain't hear no Kool-Aid. I ain't hear nothing. I ain't hear no juice. I ain't hear you put no roll on the side. I ain't hear none of this, sir. Meatloaf, mac and cheese. I'm a grown woman and I'm dissatisfied with this menu. I ain't hear no side salad. I ain't hear nothing. I gave everyone big servings, and the other 2 kids were happy with it. But naturally, Eric wanted more. Yeah, because Eric is 14. And like you said, you sympathize with him, and that's normal, that ain't good enough for him. I told him he should probably just save room for dessert, as he did. Okay, so you got dessert. So you had meatloaf, mac and cheese, but you didn't tell me the age of the other kids. Or the other kids 5 and 8 that ain't hardly eating nothing anyway because they ain't got to the age that Eric is at 14. That they picky eaters anyway. Because I have nephews that are very picky at eating and they 5 and 4 and they don't eat that much. Sir, you compare apple with oranges. I need to know these ages of these other kids before I make a definitive answer on whatever you talking about. So, okay. Eric already told you when you gave him the meatloaf and the mac and cheese that he wanted more. Give him more. But you told him, oh no, that's all right. You need to save room for dessert. Okay, so he said he did. But he still wanted to eat another serving of dinner after dessert. That means he was still hungry, sir. Sir. I need you to start putting A plus B plus C, because it don't seem like you that smart. This boy already told you he wanted another serving, but you looking at the other kids and saying, oh, whatever. And then you just have him for the weekend. Go on, give him that. You feel me? Whew, this man is not that smart. Sir, you 27, are you sure? Okay, hold on. So it says, but he still wanted to eat another serving of dinner after dessert. I wanted to save some food for our dinner tomorrow. Oh, that's what you're doing. You want to save and make sure you had leftovers. So my thing is, before you even pick these kids up, you knew you didn't have enough food for that boy, because you said that's what he normally do. That's how he normally is. You should have did an extra little grocery shopping before you went to go get him. Or how about don't get him at all? Because boys going to eat. You feel me? Then he said, I wanted to save some food for dinner tomorrow, so I told him he couldn't have any more. But my wife, 26 female, went over my head, and she should, and told Eric he could have more if he wanted. Of course, that's her nephews too, sir. And it ain't going over your head. This lady looking at that boy, seeing and knowing and don't want it to be on her watch that the baby done went to sleep hungry. And y'all, once again, you only have them for the weekend. And if you didn't want to feed him, don't pick him up. And he went on to eat so much, he almost instantly fell asleep on the couch. Oh, that was some good eating. Eric, I don't blame you. I done did that before. I want to eat so much to where I be comatose. At 14, you want your belly full, baby. That's that AITA. Okay, where my other nephews were playing video games. Oh, okay, so I see you trying to do tit for tat. Number one, you try to get on your wife saying she going over your head. So you trying to act like she challenging your manhood by giving the boy an extra scoop of mac and cheese and a slice of meatloaf. You with the foolishness. You trying to pull every card in this little letter for somebody to be sympathetic with you. But sir, we not. Thank you to your wife for giving them the extra meatloaf and mac and cheese so that boy can sleep good. Okay? Because to me, with the game, they'd have been fighting over the game, sir. You say it was 3 of them. It's only 2 remote controls that I know to a game. So the other 2 playing the game's good. This one ain't had nothing to do anyway. Twiddling his thumbs. It was overall a really good day, but I was stuff that my wife went over my head over the food thing, and we went to bed. I told her I felt like what we served was reasonable. Now we in court, sir. You want somebody to give reasonable doubt? That what we doing, sir? Sir. You got a good wife. Because let that boy would have went home to his family and say, oh, my uncle didn't want to give me no food. He wanted to keep it for leftovers. Then they'd have been looking at you sideways, sir. Because I know it was my children, I sure would have looked at you sideways. Because I'd be like, you ain't have to even pick them up if you ain't going to feed them. You feel me? But let's look at this. She argued that since Eric is a guest, he can have as much food as he wants, and should. And she can always buy more, and she could. And that's what I'm saying, sir. You penny pinching, and you only have them for a week. She usually stocks the kitchen, so it's her job. She know what food is in there. She thinks I'm being a jerk, big time, for thinking I can control how much we do and don't serve, and that it's weird. I would have told Eric he can't have another serving without at least checking with her first. Of course. She look like she doing the budget. She getting the food. And it sounds like it's just you and her, sir. It seems like you the one that want to penny pinch and save it over trying to count this and that. And she saying, sir, I already got this on lockdown. So instead of you saying she going over your head, you going over her head. Because she saying that's her area on how she run the household, sir. Get it together. Get it together. Then he gonna say, I haven't been able to stop thinking about it since. Was I the a-hole? Yes. I think I was in the right. Why not save some dinner? Eric already had a lot of food as it is. That's your opinion, sir. Because the boy told you, even after you told him, baby, go ahead and save a little room for dessert. He came back and told you, I'm still hungry, man. I'm still hungry. I just won't. To me, that's to show that your wife, or if you cooked it, that y'all cook good. That a baby want to eat it. The other ones didn't want to eat it because guess what? They want to hurry up and get on that game before Eric get on that game because Eric probably be beating them in that game. You feel me? Because I got a nephew that's like that. He beat his nephews in the game. I don't know why I tell him to stop doing stuff like that. But anyway, what in the snitch is going on here? Y'all let me know in the comments. Was he there? And just keep it real. You feel me? Toodles. Okay, back to you with another video. It says, am I the a-hole for telling my neighbors to get a hotel if they want to do stuff every night? Now, hold on. Sir, you overstepping your boundaries or the walls in your house are paper thin? What was it made out of? Construction paper? Because you overstepping your boundaries, sir. Telling your neighbors to get a hotel? They're at their own house, sir. Oh my God. Let's see. I, 43 male, have 6 children. Now, did they tell you when you was making them 6 children to get a hotel, sir? Oh my God. These people crazy. He say 4 daughters and 2 sons, age ranging from 16 to 2. Okay. All my daughters share a room and my sons share a room. So 4 daughters in the room and then the 2 sons in another room. I'm aware that that's a bit intense, but they are both quite big rooms and they all enjoy sharing a room. It sounds like that 60-year-old, you forcing her, sir. Because you can't tell me, because I got a daughter that's a teenager. She don't want to share no room with her cousins when they sleeping over. So you can't tell me that your 4 daughters, and especially if one of the daughters is a 16-year-old, want to share a room with them the younger siblings. I don't care how big the rooms is. That girl want her privacy. Okay. So it seems like you got a problem already at the house and you want to force it on your neighbors because what they doing every night. And how you know that they doing this every night? Are you up listening? Was they up listening to you when you was making them 6 children and now they gonna do payback? Whoo, these people, the audacity. Let's see. Our house is connected to the next door and the neighbor's bedroom is on the same wall as both of my kids' rooms. Oh, Lord. Well, it seems you might have to be switching out these rooms if you saying, hold on, let me keep reading. Our new neighbors moved in about 4 months ago. Okay, then. So they didn't hear you creating them 6 children. Okay, you got yourself out of that because you put that information in. I needed to hear that. Our neighbors moved in about 4 months ago. And not to be too much information, but I swear they're always doing something. Doing what? They could be having the TV up loud with the TV doing something and just watching it. It says, I'm not one to be confrontational, so I try to just ignore it. I can sleep through the night fine, but a few days ago, my daughter, female 5-year-old, okay, the 5-year-old, came into my room at 2 a.m. crying, saying she thinks the neighbors are fighting each other and that they were screaming. Of course I was concerned and told my daughter to stay in my room. I went into hers and lo and behold, they were screaming, but not from fighting. At this point, I was irritated. If they want to do it every night, that's their choice. But if they're waking my children up at 2 a.m., I think I have the right to say something. Who give you the right to say something, sir? They just moved in. It seems like you need to bet a pattern in your walls or something that where the children don't have to hear this. Oh my God. I'm sorry that happened to the baby. You know, clutch my pearls whenever children are involved because I believe our children are our future. But at the end of the day, your baby 5 years old. I'm sure she heard y'all. But I guess you was keeping it muzzled and making your wife scream into the pillow. I don't know, sir. I'm not trying to get in your business. But okay, let's finish reading this. And you said keeping your baby up. Okay, the 5-year-old. The 16-year-old didn't hear this? Because if she a female, remember she was sleeping in the room with all the other ones. So the other kids didn't hear this. Okay. So it says the next day I went over to their house and basically told the husband that if he's that horny, he can get a motel or do something in the basement. Sir, now you went over there with ill intention. You went over there for all the smoke. I'm sure you could have said that better than what you just not said that, sir. If he's horny, he can get a motel. This man is living in bliss. 4 months he just not moved in, probably got the house of their dreams and everything. Then it says he got mad and embarrassed. Sir, if you would have came to me, and I'm not even married, and told me that, mad is an understatement, I would have been in. And he told me it was none of my business and what they did in bed, and then slammed the door in my face. Baby, you better be glad that's all you got. Because, sir, how are you saying this to somebody? You said this to a grown man, that if he horny, he can get a hotel. The audacity. Lord have mercy. I feel like I may have been in the wrong, but they're also doing it 6 feet away from 6 sleeping children. How did he know that you had 6 sleeping children over there? With only a thin wall in between. Maybe, sir, if you'd have went over there and said, hey, sir, I know you don't know this, you just not moved in. And I see that you and your wife, y'all excited about being married. I love that for y'all. But, sir, the other night, my 5-year-old came and thought that y'all was screaming and that you were harming your wife or something like that. And then he'd have been like, oh, really? Oh, my God. Like, no, sir. We were just at, well, sir, I understand, but I got like 6 children. The oldest one is 16 and the youngest one is 2. I'm not asking you to, stop doing what you're doing with your wife. You feel what I'm saying? But can y'all just keep it down just a little bit? Or like for the next couple of nights, can you just tell me when you're going to do that and I have my daughter sleep in my room or whatever? You could have came at this man totally different instead of telling them he horny. Really, sir? You with 6 children going to tell somebody they horny. Whoo! He say, am I a-hole for them? Then he has an edit. A lot of y'all are saying that I am an a-hole for the way I handle it. And from the way I wrote it, I completely understand that. I didn't put in enough context. So, okay, he giving us some context. He say, I share custody of my children and only have them. Sir, you wrote this the first time like you had those children from Sunday to Saturday and back again. Now you saying on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So your ex-wife is carrying the burden of these kids Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. Sir, Sir, I think you upset because you not getting none, like this man getting some, and you tired of hearing them. This context just make me think, yes you are, sir. He said Tuesday and Thursday as their mother and stepfather are in work those days. I want to make it clear that I had mentioned this to them many times over text, and I told them that they can do what they want, but that's on those 2 days. I appreciate some quiet or for them to put on a TV show loud in the background so my kids wouldn't hear them specifically. Why you can't do that, sir? You can't put a TV on in the background? They have plenty of YouTube videos that play stuff in the background, ambiance music, like it's raining outside. You on a tropical island. You do that for your family on Tuesday and Thursdays. These people getting it in. Oh my God, the audacity. Then he said they didn't respect those wishes and actually started doing it a lot louder. I can't make this up. Sorry to your kids, though, Lord. But it's 6 of them, sir. They gotta know sometime how children get here. Maybe that man trying to build him a family like you, sir, and he trying to catch up. Oh my God. Then he continued and say, oh, they being petty, sir. He said they put on loud movies of what them movies are doing as well. And when I went to their house, within the month of the situation, I had snapped. And I have apologized to them for snapping, but I still feel as if they aren't respecting me or my children at all. Sir, they got to respect your children on Tuesday and Thursday. Tuesday and Thursday. This is too much. What in the schnitzel is going on here? Please comment below. Lord have mercy, Jesus. Sir, your explanation made you more of a... Can't make this up. Instead of him putting music on for his own cheering, he want to go to another man's house and tell him how to run his house. That man say, I'll fix you. Okay. Tuesday and Thursday, bet. I got you. I got you, fam. I got you. Gonna put on the movies in order for that wife of yours is gonna say, just keep, I'm just gonna keep my children. I'm already trying to let you do Tuesday and Thursday. You can't even do that, sir. Lord have mercy. Let me know in the comments how y'all feel, but I don't know what in the schnitzel is going on here. Hello everyone, thanks to my new subscribers and welcome back to my channel. Am I the a-hole for refusing to cook for my brother unless he pays me? Okay, so this is children involved. Y'all know I'm immediately clutching my pearls because I'm very sensitive about this when I address kids. Okay, let's see. 16-year-old female, she lives at home. Okay, she's 16, she lives at home. My brother, who is 21-year-old male, he does too. Okay, now hold on. Let's assess this. She refusing to cook for her brother unless he pays her. So her brother is 21 years old and she's 16. So 14, 15, you're 9th grade. 15, 16, you 10th grade. So we got a 10th grader dealing with somebody that's an adult, 21. 21 is the age where he's legal to smoke, to drink, whatever, get in clubs and things like that. She's still just a child, okay. We live with our mom, so okay, this brother and sister live with the mama who recently got another job. So it's to my understanding that the mama, before she got this other job, she was doing the cooking. And the daughter probably was helping, because I know, like, when my mama had extra work, she'd be like, oh, take that chicken out of the freezer, put the frozen vegetables in the sink so they can thaw out, set this to this. If you gonna make this, set the ground beef out, break the spaghettis in half, let them cook for until they al dente, all of that. That responsibility fell on me because I was the oldest, okay. But it seems like in this role, the brother is the oldest, so you would think he knows how to cook, but I don't know how this lady run her household, and I ain't getting in her business, but we're going to take it for what it is, which means she's not home. The mama got another job, which means she's not home for 5 to 6 other days of the week. So the mama only probably cooking on Sunday, basically, because she probably tired from having those 2 jobs. So you see what I'm saying? So she making ends meet, doing what she got to do as a mom, holding it down. Right on, mama, you holding it down. Now you got 2 kids. They trying to decide what to do next since you not their mama. My brother and I agreed to take turns cooking. Oh, okay then. They decided. I cooked. He made frozen pizza, instant ramen, and sandwiches. Okay, fine. Not going to argue about that. Okay, so your brother is in that comfort zone of being the male, and the only thing he's probably had to cook, because your mama had been doing our cooking or you've been doing our cooking, was the frozen pizzas that you get for $1.99 from Walmart, and the instant ramen inside of the bowl. You know, you just put water in there, fill it up to the rim, and sandwiches. So he seemed like he doing what he said he gonna do. You said you was fine with that, but then he just started ordering takeout every time he's supposed to cook. Girl, I wouldn't be complaining about that. Okay, is he not buying takeout for you, or he just buying takeout for himself on his turn to cook? Let me read more. Which is way more expensive, and he expects me to pay half. Now, hold on. Baby, I see what you're talking about. Now, that's the problem. Because Y'all made an agreement that mama's not home 5 to 6 days out of the week, and y'all agreed to take turns cooking. So you cooking what's in the house. Your brother going outside of the house getting what he want because he working. You ain't got no job. You in high school, baby. I see what you saying. And want you to pay half? No, homeboy. On the days that you supposed to be cooking and you want to go ahead and order out, you must be got flossing money to order out for both of us. Because at the end of the day, it ain't coming out of my money. I ain't getting no money like that. Your mama probably working. She ain't giving you no extra money because she had to get 2 jobs just to make ends meet. I told him I'm not okay with that, and he told me that if I don't want to pay for takeout 3 times a week, I should just cook all the time. So he's usurping his authority that he's 21 and got a job that he can tell you need to cook all the time. Baby, I charge him, and however much he was charging in order for to get that takeout and making you pay half of it, I charge him double. You feel me? So I did. I cooked and froze the extra portions for later. None for him. He got pretty angry saying that wasn't a deal. And my mom is upset that we're fighting, and she said it's just easier if I cook. I told him I'm only cook for him if he pays me for my time. And you are right, baby. I'm with you on that because what he did from the get-go was trifling. If you're telling me from the get-go he was doing, okay, we say we're going to do 50-50. Mama is not there. Mama don't want to deal with it because mama's already tired. Mama is saying, yeah, it's good to save money, but what he probably didn't tell mama was he was being trifling and not feeding you on the days that it's supposed to be 50-50. So what he tried to manipulate and maneuver and get out of the situation on the times that he's actually supposed to cook and get you to cook all the time. I think not. Baby, you right. I still tell him, no, we still doing 50-50. But on the days that I cook for you, honey, that's on your day, you gonna pay me. Let him eat free the other time that you say you're supposed to cook them 5 out of the 6 days. 3 of those days, okay, bro, I'll cook for you. But remember, Tuesday originally was your day. So what I'm cooking now is for myself. If you want me to add another portion, like you told me, I had to come up with the money, I need you to come up with the money. The same money that you was using for takeout, pay your sister. I ain't got no job. You feel me? So, what in the center going on here? Let me know down in the comment if you agree with what I'm saying, or if you feel that she should just cook for the whole household when she's 16 and the brother is 21. Make that make sense. But I do understand the mama, when she get home, she tired. She don't want to deal with this. The only thing mama is saying, y'all work it out. See, can y'all work it out? But that son of hers, baby, clutch my pearls. I'm through with him. All caps. Through.